Honestly, guys, I didn't think we could get any better than last week's video. Taste testing fast food. Christopher's going to be picking it out for us. I don't know what to do now. What is this? Oh, it's got something in the middle. And yet, here we are today testing out cookie hacks. And maybe you're new here and you don't know this, but there are two things that you need to know about me. Number one, I love coffee. Really, really love coffee. And number two, I am a cookie monster. Chocolate chip, gingerbread, sugar cookie, oatmeal, reverse chocolate chip, you name it, I will eat it. Actually, that's not true. I will not eat raisin cookies. No. But today I wanted us to step outside our comfort zone, explore the world of cookies a little bit, outside of the traditional pop it in the oven and eat it, which is delicious, don't get me wrong. I have to put down my coffee before I spill it all over myself. One more sip though, delicious. So we are going to put these cookie hacks to the test and we are going to see if any of them actually work, if they are delicious, if they are worth making at home, and all that good, delicious cookie stuff. I can't stop doing this. I just really want to like juggle cookie dough right now. But this is what I felt like doing today in my sweats, like a full glam makeup look. We're making cookies. Also, if you're interested in other hacks that I've done specifically pertaining to desserts, I will link them for you guys because I have done a lot. You are not gonna be bored on YouTube today, not on my watch. So for the first hack, I actually need to preheat my oven over here. I still don't have a good name for her. I'm thinking like olive the oven, right? So I'm going to go, I didn't even tell you what the first one, okay. This one I'm very excited about. This is a pretzel cookie dough. It's a cookie dough pretzel, is what I meant to say. Tell me that doesn't sound delicious. And over here, hiding, you can't see it, but it's over here. We have some pretzel dough. Ta-da! She's been rising for about an hour, and she is looking, amazing. Look at this. Look at this dough. I will link the recipe for you guys in case this is very delicious, but this is the dough that we have created. And we are going to be dividing this dough here into 8 equal rounds because that is going to be the base for each of the pretzels. And the great part about this is that the cookie dough, it's already done. I don't even have to make it. Just cut my whole recipe prepared time in half. All right, first, washing of hands. Very important. Man, this is a beautiful dough. She's beauty and she's great. So I'm gonna start by dividing this into 8 equal pieces. First, cut the dough in half, then in half again, then in half again. I haven't had pretzels in what feels like forever, especially soft pretzels. Those are one of my favorite snacks, I'll be honest. A good soft pretzel with mustard, are you kidding? Lots of flaky salt on top. Oh, although I wouldn't recommend dipping these in mustard. That would be a shock. Okay, now that we've divided it, we are going to take one of these and we're going to roll it out so it creates sort of a rectangle, 11 by 3. Where's Chris's little rolling contraption guy? Here he is. Chris swears by this thing to roll out dough over like a traditional rolling pin. He thinks this is like the best thing ever. I personally like a more traditional rolling pin, but we're gonna use this one today because I think it's gonna be the perfect size for what we're trying to make. All right, that looks good to me. I like it. And then we're gonna take some of the cookie dough right down the center of your rectangle. So we still want it to form like a little roll, like a pretzel, you know? Just flicking cookie dough everywhere. So sorry, computer. All right, so that right there looks good to me. Okay, now we are going to seal in the cookie dough. We want like a nice, even log here. We want to pinch the seams all together so it doesn't ooze out. Trying to stretch this out more. She said 11 by 3, but hers looks really long. And then she has like a very specific method for making the, okay, it just looks like a ball. No, this is wrong. Loop the right side over the left, and then again, and then you pinch it down onto the other end of the pretzel. That didn't even make sense in my own brain, but it should look something like that. I feel like this is just gonna end up like one big bun, which I mean, it's still gonna be delicious. But I think for the next one, I'm gonna roll it out so it's even thinner. But first, what we need to do is we need to submerge this in like a baking soda warm water bath. Let's take this baby out and stick her on the parchment paper. I'm very excited about this recipe. By the way, it is Half Baked Harvest. Tegan, you can check her out on Instagram. She's great. So I hope I'm doing this recipe okay. Now let's make 2 more. And pretzels. They seem to keep rising and splitting even though I'm like really pinching the ends together, and they certainly aren't as like beautifully pretzel-y shaped as hers. I tried using less of the cookie dough filling. I tried like rolling it out more. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something here. But anyway, now we are going to brush them with an egg wash. Get that egg on it so it gets a nice golden crust. And then we are going to sprinkle liberally with salt. This whole like sweet salty thing is going to be right up my alley. I am very excited about this. Into the oven they go for about 15 minutes. Let's go on to the next hack. And this is basically creating like little mini banana muffins out of cookie dough and bananas. It's a 2-ingredient banana muffin, apparently. We'll see. If this doesn't prove that muffins are actually just straight dessert, I don't know what does. So the recipe calls for an entire tube of cookie dough and then 2 bananas that are super ripe, the ones that you would use for banana muffins. But I'm gonna use whatever cookie dough is left over from the pretzels, which is about half of a tube. So I'm gonna use 1 banana. 1 banana instead of 2 bananas. Then I have my overripe banana straight from the freezer. Well, it's defrosted, but it was in the freezer. There are a few things that are grosser than this right here. Oh, so gross. And then we're just going to take these 2 ingredients, we're gonna mash them together. Delicious. So there we go, we have our batter. I have my little mini muffin tray. This thing's great, by the way. Love mini muffins. Are they better than regular muffins? They might be. I also have these adorable little muffin tin liners, and I'm using them because they're cute. Christopher, guess what I'm making?
What?
Banana muffins. Do you know what's in it?
Something weird.
Yeah. 2 ingredients. You want to guess what the 2 ingredients are?
Muffin mix and water?
No. Clearly one of them is banana. Did I say they were banana muffins or did I just say they were muffins? Doesn't matter. The other ingredient is cookie dough. I'm making muffins with cookie dough and banana. Are you excited?
I'm interested.
Yeah, you
I
are.
don't know about excited.
Oh, you need to be excited. They're gonna be really good. It's cookie dough. I mean, you really can't go wrong. She said, hopefully. Plus they're in like little mini muffin tins. Do you like the regular muffins or mini muffins or the jumbo muffins?
I'm the only person in the world who likes the stump of the muffin rather than the crown. So...
Well, hold on. You like the stump the best?
Oh, yeah.
That's the worst part, Christopher. I'm disappointed. Clearly the best part is the top. The top is the best part. That's why they create a tin that's just for the top of the muffins. Because it's the best part.
Those are the worst.
Ugh. Well, at least we can eat a muffin well together.
Yeah, I'm always popular at parties because I eat the parts of the muffin that other people don't want.
Honestly. And now I have my 16 little mini muffins here, so they're gonna go into the oven at 350 for about 15 minutes. But before we do that, let's go and check on the pretzels. Oh no! All right. Well, they exploded. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little disappointed because I wanted them to stay sealed. But she did say on the website that sometimes they do explode, so it's okay. If Tegan says it's okay, it's okay. And I mean, they still look really good. Nice and golden brown on top. I can see the little flaky salt. The cookies look good. I'm so excited to taste it. And now let's dive into hack number 3, which, if you couldn't already tell, is cookie waffles. I mean, it really doesn't get much more simple than this. It's literally taking cookie dough and turning it into waffles. But I'm kind of curious if it's going to overcook them, if it's gonna cook them quicker, if they're gonna have like a nice like crispy exterior but still be nice and fluffy on the inside. Are they gonna just burn completely? I don't know. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pan this. Whew, she's steamy. Do not want cookies sticking. No. And then I think as a trial, I'm gonna start with 1 cookie and then we'll go from there. And I think I wanna start with like a blob this big because I want it to actually, you know, be like waffle sized, right? Like a fun little dessert. Throw on some whipped cream or something. Should really go all out? Okay, I'm gonna stick that on there. Okay, we're gonna close it up. Hope for the best. So I'm just gonna stand here, just waiting, ready, go time. Look at that cookie. Woo! Moving. I think she's basically done. She done. That was not long at all. And if this is good, this could cut my cookie making time in half. Wow, what an incredible hack, everyone. The trick will be to get it out. That did not come out easy. I had to like take the tray and like empty it onto a plate. Otherwise, it's just gonna really overcook. Like waffles, you can kind of just like maneuver it around, like pop them out. The cookie dough, because it's so soft until it comes down to like room temperature, that was tricky. All right, cleaned up slightly. Christopher, do you want to try a cookie waffle? A waffle cookie?
Probably. Do I?
I think that you do. Ta-da!
That's exactly what that looks like.
It's not cookie flavored waffle. It's just a cookie in waffle form.
Oh, okay. So it's a waffle-shaped cookie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see this and I want to put butter and maple syrup on it.
I don't think that would be very good.
Probably
though.
not.
But maybe like whipped cream or something. I was thinking whipped cream or like ice cream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
You know? Like no one's mad with like a little bit of whipped cream on top, right?
Oh, we're fancy.
Yeah. I mean, I could just break it off and eat it, I guess. I was trying to be fancy with it. It's very crispy on the outside.
Yeah.
This scares me a little. I'm really sad
Alright,
about
I'm
this.
scooping it all in. Here we go.
It's crispy.
Yeah. Not too crispy, though.
It's still soft on the, like, in the middle.
It's not like a cracker.
No.
It's like a store-bought cookie, like a Chips Ahoy or something like that.
It was really hard to get it out of the waffle iron. And it was, like, stuck in there. I was worried I was going to burn cookie dough. You know how I feel about cookie dough.
Was this cookie made better by being in a waffle form?
Like, my thought is no, because I thought it was going to be faster. Because I was like, okay, boom, cookies are done. You have to wait for the oven to preheat, all that stuff. But like, it was so hard to get the waffle cookie out that I don't think it's worth the amount of time that you save.
Now, like, is there anything you can do with this in this form that you couldn't do with a cookie? Could you do like a waffle funnel cake cookie kind of thing? I'm trying to, is there a use for that? Like, it's just not as good as a cookie.
It's just fancier looking. Like, you could do like a fancy waffle thing for like a dinner party or something.
I suppose.
Or like a mini, what if you did mini ones? Then they might be easier to take out, and then you have like little mini waffle cookies. I don't know. Does that look extra pretty? I don't know. I don't think this one's worth it. Like, it works, it's just, to me, it doesn't make a better cookie. I mean, it's still a cookie though.
Yeah, I'm still eating it.
I'm still gonna eat it. But while you're here, I have another cookie thing. Remember those pretzels?
This I'm interested in.
Ta-da!
Because sweet and salty, I mean, it's gonna work.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, you can see all the cookie in it. I'm excited about this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay,
Cheers.
ready? Cheers.
Okay, first of all, that pretzel bun is delicious.
It's so good.
Yeah, and I think that the cookie works well with it, right?
It does. The sweet and salty.
I'm just not sure there's enough cookie.
I tried so hard. I kept sliding out. Like, look at this guy. The cookie is everywhere. Now, you know that this is a cookie pretzel just by looking at it, which is, I mean, a plus.
But this is very good.
It is phenomenal. I'm so happy right now. With the salt on top.
Yeah.
Oh, I just want to sit here and eat all of this. Now, are you interested in trying some pudding cookies?
I like both of those things.
I have seen this hack all over Pinterest for years. You watch, like, TikTok's gonna take it any minute now. And people swear that adding pudding mix powder to their cookie dough makes the cookies so much softer and chewier and just a better flavored cookie. So I thought the best way to test that would be to do half of the cookie dough with the pudding mix and then half without, same exact dough, and then we can actually see, does it make a difference? People also add this to like their sugar cookies. That's another one. Some people make like pudding flavored cookies. There's a whole world of this on Pinterest that I've just dabbled in. So I have some pudding mix in here. We have our dough, and I'm just mixing it together. All right, so it's like all mushed in there. Does it smell like pudding? No, it just smells like cookies. Basically, you want to do this entire thing for an entire tube of cookie dough. I'm doing about a quarter and a quarter. All right, so I ended up doing the regular cookies, the amount of Jell-O pudding mix that you're supposed to do, and then this one had a little extra just to see what would happen. And into the oven they go. Okay, taste test time. Look at the little bitty muffin. I mean,
They look like muffins.
it looks like a muffin. I'm gonna be real with you. It feels like a muffin.
Absolutely. It smells like a muffin too.
This is making me uncomfortable how much like a muffin it is.
Oh, wow.
That is insane.
That's just a muffin.
That is just a muffin. I'm lied to all these years. That's messed up.
That's a banana chocolate chip muffin. Did you expect it to work that well?
No.
No, me either.
I'm a little thrown off right now. All these years I've been eating chocolate chip cookies with banana in it for breakfast.
And that's not even like a mediocre muffin. That's a good muffin.
It's moist. It's like soft and like banana-y.
And for those who like it, the crown did get a little bit crispy.
Just a little bit.
You know, just that little bit.
They're so good.
They're wild.
So good.
Yeah.
Wow.
It doesn't taste like a cookie that's just kind of like in muffin form or shaped like a muffin or even kind of moist like a muffin. Like it just tastes like a muffin, not at all like a cookie.
Like you could have told me that you baked muffins this morning and I would have believed you.
That's exactly what they are, yeah.
That's wild. Wild.
They're better than like bakery, like, you know, like grocery store bakery muffins, right? Like the prepackaged.
Oh, 100%.
Muffins, yeah.
Not even question. Okay, now you have to close your eyes for the next taste test. Okay, just trust me. It'll be very obvious when you look at them which cookie is which. So, start with this cookie. Okay, so
that's a cookie.
Okay, so that one.
Okay.
Now another one.
Softer.
Okay, so which one of those has pudding mix in it?
Second one tasted much more chocolatey, so I'm going to say the first one had something else in it.
Yes, that is correct.
All right.
The first one had the pudding mix in it, which is supposed to.
Open my eyes or no?
Yes, you can open them. So look at the cracking that happens on the pudding ones versus the non-pudding. So this is supposed to make a chewier kind of a cookie.
Oh, I didn't find that.
No? Did you find any sort of difference?
Well, you try it.
Let me see.
This one was softer. It broke apart easier. What's this one?
That one just has more pudding in it. I just wanted to see what would happen.
Yeah, it's more rigid.
I see what you mean.
The chocolate flavor comes through more without the pudding.
Yeah. The pudding, you get a little faint hint of vanilla in it. And the fact that you have to pull it apart like that would indicate that it is chewier versus this one is softer, the one that was without the pudding mix.
I don't think I like what it does to the texture. The pudding.
Like, I thought I liked a chewy cookie. I think it's the artificial aftertaste of the vanilla that's throwing me off, though. I personally prefer the original.
None of these are as good as your cookies, not even close.
My cookies are obviously the best, but this is still a fun test. Thank you for assisting me with these.
My pleasure. Those muffins are wild.
I know. That was the best one by far. That was the one I'm most impressed with.
What did you add to the cookie mix?
Literally just a banana. Literally just a banana. That was it. That was the only thing that was different. And yet, this and this are exactly the same, except this is a banana in it. That was the best hack. That's one of the best hacks I've ever used. I'm so impressed with that. I'm telling everyone about this one.
Which one was your favorite of the ones you tried?
The banana muffin surprised me the most in that it worked so incredibly well. But like my favorite in terms of taste would be the pretzel because the sweet and the salty though, so good. It's like a chocolate pretzel. Is that a thing? I don't actually know.
It should be.
It should be a thing.
The muffin was the most impressive.
So impressive.
Not as tasty, but more impressive.
This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. I want to do more. I want to find more cookie hacks. Just so I can keep eating
There gotta be some
more
out
cookies. There's gotta be more, right? If there are any other cookie hacks that I should test out, leave them down below. Check out these videos on the side in case you've missed any. And we'll see you all in the next video. Love you all. Mwah.